People that come to Belton House are usually interested in gardens as well as just the arts. People usually want to know about what's actually here and just as much what isn't here anymore. We're starting off with a tour of the garden, so we're coming to have a look at the orangery, walking out down through the wilderness area out towards the tower and talking about how the garden's changed over time. The event's a gravity fields event, and I'm part of the early history of the period. So we're talking about here the development of gardens and perhaps how some of the scientific developments influenced it and new discoveries abroad, the plants that are coming over, and some of the technical things, especially later on, such things as heating greenhouses so we can produce things like the tropical fruits, exotic fruits, grapes all year if you're lucky. For cutting the very tall thin hedges, they'll have a tier. So I have a big wooden frame with a garden on the top, one in the middle and one lower down, and they just push the whole thing along. Plants that you're growing for show often are the plants that you're also using for something else, and they'll be grown probably in the walled garden or elsewhere. In the formal gardens themselves you don't harvest things, they're just there to look pretty and to smell nice. We have hoes, rakes, spades, shovels, just about getting digging forks. So many of the tools that most people will use are being used at the time and have been since the Roman period. Because the whole look of the garden does depend on the plants that are available at the time. Once we get into the Victorian period, certainly then there's lots of exotics coming across, carpet bedding and all sorts of vivid displays. But earlier than that it tends to be much more, so to say, not quite so bright.